That's slightly better. That seems more likely. Now to turn the walls into dirt and thatch. Nice to know the name still works. I was a wee young boy when I chose this name. Back when TF2 first added the voice chat, and it was chosen to be completely unclear how it's supposed to be pronounced. Huh. Huh. Fun story with my name. I was like, I don't know, 12? A wee young boy as well. And I was using something real stupid on the internet. Something like, I don't know, Reader's Choice, because I like to read. I think Reader's Choice was my handle back then. And then I was like, I need a new username. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And I went with Felon for feline, and Noel because that was my cat's name. I personally was pronouncing it as feline Noel myself, but because of all the voice chat, to go off of you, because of all the voice chat, people pronouncing it Fel, and everyone shortening my name to FEL, it has since become Fel and Noel. Voice chat, I guess. 12-year-old usernames are best usernames. Well said, well said. Let's see. Casimir, though, says, my PC registers the second file as a .002. Well, 7-zip files, you just tell it to unzip the .001, and it'll automatically unzip everything, including the .002s. It doesn't really matter what the .002 says, ultimately. Yeah, wow, I completely forgot about that handle, Reader's Choice. Whew, that was hilarious. Why? Oof. So we've got the nice little diorite flooring. Let's get rid of the beds. Oh, that breaks that? Trist, what is that animal you posted? That exceedingly adorable animal there. What is that? That freaky thing. That thing is a naked mole rat. Oh my god. Why is that still in my head? There's a little bit of dirt in there. Huh. I never looked at it from above, but there's a little bit of dirt in there. Okay, so now we've got 6 rooms here. I've elected to make this be thatch. So let's continue that election. And I don't have any more torches. It is a panda. I mean, it's got the color pattern of a panda, but It's very energetic, which is not something you expect to see in a panda. And hello, welcome back, Remmels. Welcome back. Last we spoke, you mentioned how your job has you being a contract worker, and so you'd be good during these trying times. But it's my understanding now that that's not the case. What happened? Your contract not entail what you thought it did? Maybe they put you down for 0 hours. A lot of people are being put down for 0 hours saying, we didn't fire you. You still work for us. You can't go on to unemployment because we didn't technically fire you. Oh my god. Oh, that is the best panda. Oh, oh. So, I've been meaning to have my notifications pop up, have a mascot character I made so many years ago. So many years ago. I call him a squanda. Well, I guess it's technically a her. I call her a squanda. And she's a squirrel panda. And she has the same patterns, same shape and actions as that. Only thing it needs is a bushy tail. I call her Pearl because it's panda and squirrel, whereas Squanda is squirrel and panda. And I've been meaning to get that completed. I just haven't gotten to it. I keep making it, but I hate my work. The reason why I'm not a graphic artist is because I just hate my work. I went to college for it. I've got a degree. I just don't like my stuff. I mean, I worked a few years in the field freelancing. Reason why that didn't work is because I always undercharge myself. I never charge people correct prices because I'm terrible. I just can't do it. How do you make the world like this? I need more room for the girls when they play. Oh, you mean a flatland? Are you talking about the flatland here? This stuff right here? Yes. Oh, that's pretty straightforward. Just go single player, create new world. More world options, world type, super flat. What I like to do is go to customize because the dirt layer is two. So you've got 1 block of grass, 2 blocks of dirt, and then a bedrock, and you can't use any of that. I like to change the presets here and then make that 24. So it's 24 blocks dirt. Oh, but apparently there's also other things. Classic flat, Tunneler's Dream. Looks like stone, grass, biomes. Water world. Oh. Oh, there's different settings. Bottomless pit. That's something without bedrock. Okay. Redstone ready. And the void. This is nothing. Just air. Anyways, I go classic flat, 24 dirt. Although, if the girls are playing, you'd probably want to do this. Overworld. I don't know what it is. Based on what I'm reading here, looks like it's a normal world, but is flat. But I don't know. I prefer the regular spawning and whatnot. And my god, my curly hair. These darn curls just will not go away. This is a lot of stone. This is going to hurt any player trying to make this update. I really don't like doing this because back when I first played the Hindi release, there was so much sandstone needed that I literally dug out an entire desert just to make that darn sandstone. And I did not care for that. But that's where it's at. It just doesn't look good starting off without it being, with everything else being log cabins. It doesn't look good with this not. Couple new cultures. Well, there's the Ghanaians, Ghanaians, Ghanaians. There's the Ghana culture. There's the Seljuks. There's the ever-present Rus culture, which I believe is Russians, but that's been in the works for years. To be fair, it did take 7 years for my Inuits to be added to Millenaire. I was working on those for 7 years, technically. I started working on them, I had an update, I released it for people to play, and then Millenaire updated to a new version that was incompatible, and it took me a little while to update that, and it just went on like that. Seljuks are technically real. They have their own channel. Wait, do you mean real life? I don't know. I'm not sure who it is making that. Um, I just know that there's a culture tag role. There's a culture role which gives you access to the talking channel on the Discord chat. And I know that there are new posts in there every now and then. I don't really read it because I'm busy. But yeah, it gets updates. The channel people talk in it. I assume that means there's work going on. I don't see why there would be a talking channel if it wasn't a real culture. That doesn't make any sense. Why they would do that. But knowing them, I don't know. I wouldn't put it past them. Maybe the Seljuks won't be added for 7 years, like my Inuits. Can't believe it was 7 years. I mean, it's 7 years since I first posted my first video about it on the YouTubes. I don't know when I first started the Inuits, but I do have a date for the first video posted on the YouTubes when I was first testing out the sod planks. And I was like trying to get people's opinions. Is this too much dirt? Is this too much dirt? Does this look like a good amount of dirt on the sod texture? And that's what the video was. Is that tall enough? Do I want to go one taller? I kind of want to go one taller. Hmm. Hmm. I really like how this looks. Huh. I wasn't liking it when I was first starting working on this thing, but yeah, it's interesting. An interesting red against the red. With this, oh, with the thatch, really works well. Really works well. Seljuk Turks, thank you to Bill Wirtz for History of the Word Jingles. Bill Wirtz, man. That Bill Wirtz guy. Whew. Reynolds, there's something you should show your kids. Bill Wirtz. Oh my God. So good. Clean versions. Hey, hey, it's clean enough. It's clean enough. It's 2020. Kids these days aren't as sheltered as they used to be. What about the ceiling? Let's pop on one of these things. Then we do one of these. Oh, yeah. Oh, that is a nice ceiling. Nice ceiling. Okay, fine. Remos, watch it first and then show your kids. It's educational, the history of the world. His other videos, not so much. Having the Seljuk Turks is interesting because the Byzantines and the Seljuks had historical wars and rivalries. It's my understanding that they are wanting to have that. They want the rivalries and the wars. They keep talking about that. But that doesn't seem likely to be addable. At least not for quite some time. I hate to be the voice of reason here. Really not who I am. But after someone who spent 7 years trying to make an Inuit culture, I can tell you where the limitations of the mod are. It's something that sure could be added with time and effort, and there's not a single person who's going to put in that time and effort. So on paper, it's great. Really great idea, really great addition. Would be fun to see implemented. Would be fun to see implemented in the next decade. Maybe I'm just old and jaded. Yeah, maybe I'm just jaded here. It did take 7 years for the Inuits to be added. So, to be fair, I have an excuse for being jaded. And really loving those roofs. I don't know what it is. Is it just me? But the red of that dirt, the red of that wood, oh, looks so nice. Also, that does not look nice. Ew, ew. Get rid of that. I want to do that, but it doesn't look nice. That is just one too high. The culture interaction wouldn't have to be serious, but it sounds like they want to define negative interaction between the two. My idea would be some petty dialogue. I'm sure there's some petty dialogue in place. I'm sure petty dialogue already is there. But, well, first of all, what do you think? Is that roof too tall? I think that roof's too tall. Like with only having 2 dirt blocks and then 3.5 jungle wood? See, that's not the case here because the dirt blocks here are higher. And while the chat updates to you responding to that, raids. Bandits, raids, and wars need to be changed completely. The way they currently are just doesn't work. Just does not work. There's issues with bandits and raiders going into unloaded chunks, making them just stop existing. And then like 5 years later, you go to those chunks, and then the bandits or the raids are back on. And you're like, whoa, where did these guys come from? I thought that raid ended 5 years ago. And really needs to be changed. Maybe a block or 2 tall. The AI is indeed kind of buggy with combat. Needs to be completely redone. So the problem is, for 1.14, they're more focused on getting a 1.14 out. I'm like, we should make changes, and they're like, let's be worried about changes after it exists, because right now it doesn't exist. My concern with lowering it one is that the roof will change dramatically, and I'm sad about that. Oh, no, I guess it won't change. If I do that... Yes, the roof stays the same. Nice. To be fair, though, that is a legitimate concern, making the 1.14 update, because that needs to be made. That's taking quite a lot of effort for people who are working for free. So that's definitely understandable that they don't want to make changes. The only problem is the changes need to be done. Systematic issues, I believe is the phrase. I'm pretty... What, you've witnessed how they don't do anything sometimes, and other times they do stuff. Yes, indeed. That's because they're working for free, and people working for free will only do things that they want to do. Now, Twist says, I'm pretty about the choice of these specific cultures as being the ones people are advocating systematic wars for. Other than the Normans, which were the first culture, and the Hindi, which I think is the culture of the wife of the main dev, is my understanding. The Hindi was officially added because the main dev went and saw some Hindi ruins and was like, nice. These are nice. I should add these to my mod. And other than those, people add... the cultures are all fan-made. All fan-made. Essentially. People will add what they want to add. If they're good, they get added to the mod. So there's not really. So that's why these things are being added like this. Um, People want Turks. People really want Turks to be added. I added the Inuits because a lot of people were complaining that a lot of Americans were complaining that there weren't any Western cultures. We Americans wanted representation in our favorite mod, so I added the Inuits, uh, Native American tribe. And now there's two Native American tribes, the Mayans and the Inuits. So that's nice. Um, that's really why I chose the Inuits because Native American and because I am a huge fan of snow cultures and at the time no cultures spawned in snows. Now we've got the Japanese who spawn in snows. Petro Pyramid. So interesting now. We go from here to here. That's a more realistic start. That's a more realistic start. All the buildings start with these weird log cabins. Now we've got this. Petro Pyramid. Do I need one over here? I should put some more in the ground. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they take a outcropping of diorite and build a pyramid on top of it. So it goes from here to here. Interesting, interesting. Okay, let's see here. Also, still deving for 1.14, not 1.15. No. 1.14 and 1.15 are pretty much the same. When I say the 1.14 update, I mean 1.14, 1.15. There is discussion as to what they're going to release. They're not technically sure how they're going to release it right now. Yeah, they're not too sure exactly what's going to be released. They might skip 1.13 and 1.14 and just go straight to 1.15. That's very possible. That's very possible. Also, the bandits don't do anything sometimes. I'm not in any position to be mad at the devs. Considering developing anything is out of my league. Um, the bandits don't do anything sometimes. That's mostly because of the unloaded chunk thing. What I've postulated is to assign bandits inside code. Right now, Bandits only work by mobs. Mobs. Mobs walking around, interacting with the environment, jumping on things, being blocked by things, and all that. I say that's dumb. They should just be code that is in the game. It says these bandits are 100 meters away, which means it'll take them X amount of time in order to do anything. Maybe they want to go to this village. It takes this much time for them to go to that village. And then when they go into a loaded chunk, when they hit that X amount of time in order to make them in a loaded chunk, then the mobs are shown. It's just a lot of code to have so many people walking around doing things. It's a lot of effort, and then there's the issue of chunks unloading. Unloaded chunks just destroy everything. Destroy everything. It's terrible. It's terrible. But, my God, I love this. I wasn't thinking I was going to like it. What is it? Why do I love this? This is gorgeous. Oh, oh, that's so nice. Oh, that's so nice. It's the color. It's this against this against this. Oh man, such a good combination. Real nice, real nice. And that was accidentally found. Accidentally found. I was against using dirt wall blocks. I mean, I designed the dirt wall blocks, and then the main dev was like, let's add some red and white to it. And I'm like, I don't like that. It looks disgusting. It just looks bad. But it's dirt walls, so that's why it looks bad. But against jungle wood and thatch, oh, real nice, real nice. Okay, that discussion aside, let's take a look here. I am very glad for the addition of Inuits. Wait, you added both the Inuits and the Mayans. No, Minor Maya added the Mayans, then Minor Maya vanished. No one knows what happened to Minor Maya. Just gone. And then someone else did an update on the Mayans, and that person doesn't want to do anything with the Mayans. And then when cocoa beans were added to Junglewood, and you could like grow cocoa beans onto Junglewood, I went and made the cocoa bean buildings for the Mayans so that they could have cocoa, because it's Mayans. They love their cocoa beans. And then the Mayans remained untouched for like years. And they're like, this is terrible. The Mayans need updates. And I'm like, I'll do that. Sure. Because I am clearly a glutton for punishment. Having to do that myself? Why? Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Anyways, I am making the Mayan refresh, but I had little to do with the original Mayan culture. I mean, look at this. Look at this. This is a building from the original Mayan culture. Cobblestone? I've said this before. Minor Maya. No, no, no. It's Minor Maya? It's something closer to that. It's something closer to that. Yeah, Maya, but spelled like the Mayans. Nice. Vanished like the Mayans. How fitting. Oh, wow. I didn't consider that. Same can be said with Ras, the creator of the Japanese culture. He is so hard to get a hold of. Like, oh my god. So expletive hard to get a hold of. He's still technically around, though, and sometimes he responds. But he's real difficult to get a hold of.